Yeah. No, no. Yeah. Tony Braxton. For you. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Maria Canales-Bennett, and I am the First Lady of Professional Wrestling. And I'm gonna need you to subscribe to Just Alyx YouTube channel because, well, it's wrestling reviews. So make sure you like the video and click the bell. Thank you so much. Peace, friends.
Initiating login sequence. Welcome to Alyx's world.
NXT 2.0, Episode 2. Let's just say I have some things I want to say. And if you are someone that loves what NXT has become, if you are someone that thinks that this show is better than NXT 1.0 or NXT Prime or just NXT, I don't even know how they're going to address it going forward, be warned. I will say some negative things about this show. I am hoping that you are an adult and you can handle that. I hope you are someone that can take someone's opinion, understand that it is an opinion, a perspective, not a fact. It's just my personal taste. Not saying that you can't like the show, not saying you're not allowed to enjoy it. This is my perspective, and my perspective alone. So if you're an adult, please do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, click the bell to catch all my content when it comes out. And as always, welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, and oh, baby, you got what I need. But you say he's just a friend. You say I'm just a friend. 'Cause I can be your fantasy. But you say I'm just a friend. Please like and subscribe. 'Cause goddamn, I'll be honest, I may not be a fan of divas or the diva era in WWE, but this took me back in a good way. We'll talk about toxic attraction in just a second. Let's pay some bills and then we'll go ahead and get to this review of NXT 2.0 that I'm sure will piss people off in all the right ways, because that's just what I do. I just piss people off with my opinions. Anyways, be sure to like the video, subscribe, click the bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at Just Alyx Central. Also give me a follow on Instagram and give me a follow on Spotify. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries and just to say hi. Go ahead and get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees. Get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt, or get you an old school The X-Men t-shirt. Whatever fits your bill. But as always, go ahead and get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie, America t-shirt made by It's J Knox and Firestar Heart right now on Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Let's see who here in this lovely live stream. We got a little bit under 100 people early. Okay, it's a lot more people here last week. I guess the intrigue of NXT has kind of died off, not gonna lie, but we'll get into what I think about NXT 2.0 in a second. Show some love to the moderators. Ultra Shout 97, Eliza Demi, Firestar Heart, and Godzilla Hawk. Hello to the following people: Killer of Demons 669, Sam 3, King of Hecko Mundo, Billy Ray Allen. We got, okay, Bo 3 Zaz 503. Bo 3 Zaz. I have no idea how to pronounce your name, but Bo, welcome. I think you're new. You're a new one. Pablo Luna, Jet the Hawk, Agus Chaos, John Beal II, TGA Gaming, Bryce Blackwell, Jacoby Mathis, Zachary Hain. Haven't seen Zachary Hain in a while. What's up? Ronnie Pridgett Jr. That's also a new name. Got some new people in the live chat. I wish we had as much new people in the live chat like we had on NXT tonight. Jesus Christ! Everywhere you turn, here comes a new challenger. Fuck. Not saying it's bad to have a new person or new faces, but like when it's a full roster of new faces, it's like, what the? Who are these people? Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs, Stephen Foster, Sonic RMS 117, Ren, I'm a Mia, James Rambo 87, KB Brown, Adam Ritter, and last but not least, Taryn Jones. Welcome everybody. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm looking at a strong 82 people for this stream. I'm thinking this is a pretty solid number. I didn't expect a big audience for this review. I thought since NXT 2.0 was a big deal and they hyped it up last week, it made sense for that audience to be bigger. The returning audience, I wasn't expecting a lot. But here I am talking about it. I wanted to see what the second week would hold. And not gonna lie, kinda wish I would have stopped at the first week. But thank you for being here, guys. Let's go ahead and get to this. Let's talk about NXT 2.0, the second episode, which premiered September 21st of 2021. Oh my goodness. This show was all over the place. I can't even tell you what the point of this episode was. Every time you turned around, some new face was walking in, and it got ridiculous. Like, look at the people on the side here. You didn't see the tag team champs on the show? The men's tag team champs. You saw Raquel, Io, and Isaiah Swerve Scott for like 2 seconds. Kushida had a match, and Tommaso Ciampa had a match. I think Tommaso Ciampa might have had the most time out of anybody, because he had the opening segment and then the main event, as he should have, because he is the main event. No Gargano. No, not a lot of familiar faces. It was basically a show of, who the fuck is this? Every 2 seconds, you just go, who is this? Who is this? Now, again, let me explain myself. It is absolutely okay to have new faces. I welcome new faces. But when the whole roster is nothing but new faces, it's like, yo, okay, wait a minute. Hold up. What am I watching? I turned on the show expecting some names and then got just pounded with 2 hours of just, who the hell is this? Who this? Like, it's one thing to slowly integrate them into the show. Every once in a while, you introduce a new face. Like, once a week, a new face or two, fine. But when it's just, here you go, new faces. There was a guy called Joe Gacy who basically said the ring is a safe space, which I am offended by, sir. I'm just joking. I haven't copyright safe space. But it's just like, okay, so the guy whose catchphrase is a safe space is a jobber. Is that how it is in NXT? Yeah, it was a show of squash matches. Like, the women, I love the fact that Prime NXT 1.0, or just NXT, was well known for having women's wrestling, showcasing women's wrestling. Like, a good 40% or 50% of their show was nothing but women's wrestling, tag team wrestling, singles matches. It was well known as a show where women go to showcase themselves. And they prided themselves on that. And for that, I give them credit. They deserve credit for that. I love how we went from an NXT where 50% of the show was women's wrestling to an NXT 2.0 episode where out of 2 hours, 5 minutes was women's wrestling. 2 squash matches. And they were not that great. One of them had Kaylee Ray in it. Not enough to really showcase who she is. It was just a squash match, and I'm like, alright. And then the other one was Elektra Gonzalez or something like that. It was Elektra. I don't even remember her last name, but Elektra. Not good either. Like, not a good showcase. It's sad when the best thing about the show in terms of the women, we'll get to them in just a second. But yeah, easily the highlight when it comes to women. I don't know. I just feel like as a follow-up, yeah, maybe, just maybe, I need to accept that, and I didn't want to address this here. I might as well just go ahead and just talk about it as a topic of its own. You might have to separate this in a different video. I might do it. Like, tribalism in wrestling. Tribalism with the wrestling fans nowadays, especially on Twitter, is running rampant. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I won't mention his name, but we were talking about the fact in 2013 how, I forgot when it was, but apparently I said a lot of WWE fans let WWE piss in their mouth and they pretend to like the taste of it. Something along those lines, which, you know, nowadays I think about it and go, that's a bit much. What I was actually trying to say is a lot of fans, especially WWE fans, get their intelligence insulted all the goddamn time. And they're okay with it. WWE constantly gives them crap and they pretend, maybe they don't pretend, maybe they actually think it's good, and maybe what I see as crap might not be crap to them, and I get that. But regardless of what your preference and taste are, a lot of this shit is stupid, and you're having your intelligence insulted on a consistent basis, and you just accept it and you're okay with it. Like, when I say people let WWE piss in their mouths and they like the taste of it, that's what I was trying to say. I watched this NXT show and people were saying, oh, it's a brand new NXT, it's so much better than the last one. And I just go, y'all, it's just Raw. It's Raw 2 hours. It's Tuesday Night Raw. It's Tuesday Night Raw. Now, is it better than 3 hours of Raw? Usually. This week it wasn't. I thought Raw was better this week, for sure. I thought Roman Reigns carried that show to at least be decent. This was not nowhere close to what Raw was yesterday. Yesterday, at least it had Roman Reigns, and that main event was great. Especially that opening tag match, which was pay-per-view quality, so it cheated, yes. Still, like, call it sour grapes. Say that I'm being an AEW mark, insult me, tell me I'm stupid, try to, you know, make me feel bad about my opinions. Go ahead, do whatever you need to do. It's not gonna matter. Reality of the situation is, I didn't think the show was good at all. The way it was structured was sloppy as hell, no direction whatsoever, and things were just happening. People were just showing up. But alright, we got a lot of new faces. I mean, we can start off with the good things that I liked, because there are a lot of good things. A lot of good things, sure. Watch my words. There were some good things about this show that I would love to talk about. In all seriousness, I know I came out singing about them. I'm actually liking what they're doing with Fatal Attraction. Fatal Attraction. Toxic Attraction. Total Attraction. Whatever. Just straight up attraction. I'm digging the group. Mandy Rose. Is it JC Jane? JC Jane and Gigi Dillon. So, yeah. I'm telling you now, if there was ever a time where I would be okay with a diva stable, and I'm usually not okay with a diva stable, I'm usually just like, Jesus Christ, can we move on from divas? Here's an opportunity for you to make it work. I think Mandy Rose, first off, as a brunette, god damn. Now, she was a hot-ass blonde. But as a brunette? And then you throw in JC Jane, who shit, I'm gonna call dibs on her. And then Gigi Dolan? Priscilla Kelly? Listen, anything involving Priscilla Kelly I'm gonna like. Maybe that's the reason why I like it so much, because of Priscilla Kelly. I'm a big fan of Priscilla Kelly. But I'm also fans of all the other women. This can work. They have portrayed themselves as nothing but sex appeal, which, by the way, works because goddamn. And the gimmick is just that. Sex appeal, no bullshit. You know why we here, you know what we here to do. And next week they're going to be challenging for the tag team titles. Screw it, give them the tag team belts. No offense to Io Shirai and Zoe Starks, who aren't really a tag team to begin with, and it's kind of weird they gave them the belts. At least this is something. So yeah, go ahead and give Gigi Dolan and freaking JC Jane the titles, and then send Mandy after the NXT Women's title, which honestly, they might give it to her. I was thinking that Frankie Monet was winning the belt. I have a suspicion that they might be going in a different direction. I think she should win the belt. By the way, Frankie Monet wasn't even on. I think she was on the show for like 2 seconds. Again, Raquel Gonzalez and Frankie Monet barely got TV time. And when they got TV time, someone else showed up. And we're going to talk about the new faces in a second, I swear. But yeah, I have a suspicion, a sneaking suspicion that Mandy might be winning that NXT title. Because she just seems to fit the image of what Vince looks for. But yeah, whatever. Look, it is taking the divas back, the women back, whatever you want to call them. It's setting the women back a good decade or so. You're not going to get 5-star classics from Toxic Attraction. But I don't think that's the point. I think this is basically NXT's version of the Beautiful People. And that's what it is. If you're okay with that, sure. But yeah, I'm digging it. Like, again, I'm not someone that usually gets behind this type of gimmick, the Beautiful People, divas, we're the anti-women's wrestlers type of stuff. But I like what they're doing. I feel like this can work. With the people involved, they can make this work. So, call it what you want. Call it allure, call it Beautiful People, whatever you want to compare this to. For me, I think it's a hit so far. Easily the best part, one of the best parts of this show. Another part of the show that I really enjoyed, there was an Andre Chase promo. I think it was called Andre Chase University. Now, Andre Chase was one of the people in the NXT breakout tournament, the new stars, the new wrestlers that came in. I remember seeing him and say, he has a look to him. He might actually do something with WWE. There's something about him that many others don't have. That intangible. And then I saw him in that segment where he's literally a teacher or a professor at a university in front of a class, and he's teaching them why certain wrestlers suck. And I said, see, this is the shit I want to see. This is unique. It's a different perspective of cutting a promo. No one else is doing it. And I like the fact that some guy named Steve was just like, oh, but sir, that doesn't make any sense. And then he said, get the fuck out. And he actually did say fuck, but they bleeped it out because PG-13. PG. I don't even know if it's PG-13. But yeah, he was cussing up a storm. And they were bleeping it out. He basically said, bitch, you getting out for the day. I love that. That easily was the best part in terms of the male side of things. That was great. I want more promos like that. That's something I will give to NXT that Raw doesn't do. Their promo segments aren't always done inside the ring. A lot of their promos have their own environment. They're done outside the arena. They explore the world around them. And they explore their characters. I love that. I think that's great. I don't really mind whatsoever what they're doing in terms of the promos and establishing the characters. That's good. Keep that up. Let's not get too crazy, though, with the amount of new people you throw at us. Because, Jesus Christ, it really did feel like a new roster. Like a completely different batch of people. Alright, well, I don't really know anything else I liked on the show other than those few things. Wait, that's a lie. Kushida took on Roderick Strong, so I have to change the Cruiserweight Championship. And I'll probably end up changing the women's tag team titles as well, because I really do think, we might have to just change this entire card next week. Because I do think Raquel is losing that belt. If she doesn't lose the belt to Frankie Monet, she's losing it to Mandy Rose. So she'll be losing that belt. Yeah, those tag team titles are definitely changing next week. So these two will be changing very soon. Anyways, yeah, I don't even know where to begin in terms of like the new faces on this show. I'm just gonna have to pull up the outline of what happened. We opened the show with a Raw segment. No, it was literally a Raw segment. We had a bunch of new faces, I guess main eventers, potential main eventers in the ring, and then Tommaso Ciampa came out. Remember back in the day with the Authority, how they would have everybody stand up on the stage like a high school assembly, and then the principals are inside the ring? Similar to that, Tommaso Ciampa was inside the ring, and you had a line of wrestlers, and he's all about, this is the new NXT, these are the new main event players, or the new faces, this is the new audience, we are the A show, and then he gets interrupted by just people coming out. It's a Raw segment. Cameron Grimes interrupts him, LA Knight interrupts him, goddamn, who else interrupted him? I think there was one more person. Was it Pete Dunne? Yeah, Pete Dunne and Rich Holland interrupt them. And they just brawl. They get into a fight. And yes, usually when that happens, what does that lead to? A tag team match. Holla, 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 holla. And that was the main event. It was a tag match. It was Tommaso Ciampa and Rex Steiner. I know. Braun Breaker. I know. I wanted to be Rex Steiner so badly. Whatever. Braun Breaker, Tommaso Ciampa, taking on Rich Holland and Pete Dunne. Let me just get that out the way. I thought the main event was fine. It was good. I'm not gonna really take anything away from the performances. Again, I really do enjoy what they're doing with Braun Breaker. And really quickly, let me correct a mistake I made last week. Apparently, I was on the impression this was Scott Steiner's son. This is Rick Steiner's son. And I had to ask people on Twitter, are we sure this is Rick Steiner's son? Because Braun has a little bit of that big bad booty daddy edge to him. Like when he talks, the way he carries himself. So this goes to all my freaks out there. Big pump is your hookup. He kind of gives me that edge. Not a Rick Steiner. But alright, I mean, a Steiner's a Steiner. I'm not gonna bitch whose son he is. Love that he used the Steiner recliner. That was great. And I love that his finisher is that Gorilla Press suplex. Gorilla Press slam that Goldberg used to use. But he makes it look really good. Yeah, he's not bad. He's not bad inside the ring whatsoever. Might be a little green on the microphone, but I can forgive it because he reminds me of his daddy, and that kind of makes me ignore all the other stuff that he's saying. So I like Braun Breaker. I hate the name, but him as a talent, he's good. And it looks like they're really pushing for him to take that title away from Tommaso Ciampa. I hope they hold off on it, because if you hotshot that belt on him this soon, I don't know. Like I said last week, I don't expect Vince to stick by this one. I think he'll get bored of him very quickly. But I'll enjoy it while it lasts. It's Rick Steiner. It's Rick Steiner's son with a mix of his uncle in there. So yeah. I really enjoyed. So far, I'm really enjoying what they're doing here. Let me see real quickly. I got a message here. I thought I got a message from Mr. Sean Ross Sapp. Is that Sean Ross Sapp? Alright, so apparently I made a mistake. This is not apparently on Twitter. This is not a Fightful report. It's from an interview he did. Okay. Well, it was on Fightful.com's website, so I guess we'll be sure to change that later. All right. I thought I was in trouble for a minute. Like, did I misreport what he said? No, he just basically put up an interview. Anyways, whatever. The case is, what was I talking about? Yeah, the stuff they did with Tommaso Ciampa and Braun Breaker that was fine. I didn't really find myself like enthralled, and I'm not really enthralled with this feud either. I'm just like, okay, like are they seriously just gonna throw the belt on goddamn Braun Breaker this soon? They're not gonna do that, are they? Hopefully not. Next up was the Cruiserweight Championship. I already talked about that. Said that was a really good match. So afterwards, though, this is where it starts. After Roderick Strong beats Kushida, out walks some guy named I had to look it up. Seriously, Grayson Waller. Who? Grayson Waller. Okay. So Grayson Waller comes out and just challenges him to a cruiserweight match. And I'm just like, are you even a cruiserweight? I'm just like, wait a minute. He doesn't even look like he's a cruiserweight. He looks like he's way above 200 pounds. I'm just saying. But all right, whatever. He just came out and said, I want to fight you. And people are just like, well, he tag teamed with, what's his name? Drake Maverick. He tag teamed with Drake Maverick. And I'm just like, oh, okay. All right. I guess that matters. Anyways, yeah, there you go. What else is new? Let me see here. Kaylee Ray defeated Amari Miller. Amari Miller was that girl that did the shooting star press, right? You would think they would feature the shit out of her. No, she just jobbed to Kaylee Ray in about 2 minutes. Okay. And then backstage, they did something with what is that hillbilly tag team again? Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen? They did something at a bar, and they were talking about getting some respect. I mean, again, I appreciate them doing promos outside the arena, but it's just not much to this team at all. It's just that they're hillbillies that like drinking at a bar. Okay, very bland caricatures of I don't even know. Just basically that, but very bland caricatures. And then the new faces just keep on showing up. Dante Chan, right? Defeated Trey Baxter. In like 2 seconds, he wins with a face lock package jawbreaker, which was Angel Garza's finisher. I don't know if it still is. Yeah, basically it. Dante Chan is the first wrestler from Singapore, I believe, right? Yeah, okay. Respect. Has a great look. Green as shit, though. Was not good inside the ring. That's why it was like 2 seconds, because he did not know. He didn't look like he was very well trained yet. He's just kind of there because of his look. And you know what? That's what they want. They want people who have a good look that can eventually train and make into good wrestlers. So, all right. And then we get another new face. This guy called Joe Gacy, who, by all means, I don't know what he is exactly, but he looks like a therapist. He's a therapist or a priest who calls his ring a safe space from the smallest microaggression to the most heinous of grudges, and says he comes to us with a mindset of conflict resolution where he doesn't have to use his male privilege to get what he wants. What? And he's a heel. I don't know what the fuck they were going for with that one. But alright, Cameron Grimes comes in, beats him in like 3 minutes, and then he gives Cameron Grimes a hug. Because, you know, love and peace, therapy. Okay. Elektra Lopez. Did I say Elektra Gonzalez? Oops. Elektra Lopez is that new female wrestler with Legado del Fantasma. And not a good match. She had a squash, what seemed like a squash match with Anna and... What the hell was her name? Anna Skier? Anna Skier, sure, whatever. It was whatever. It was highlight match, and she beats her with a powerbomb. And then afterwards, she cuts a promo. That was... She needs work. She needs work. That being said, I'd rather have her than Raquel Gonzalez. Nah, I'm joking. That was me joking around. Raquel is definitely better than Elektra. She is definitely better. At least Raquel can talk. Jesus. B-Fab ran out. She called out B-Fab talking about something. I'm gonna whip that ass. And then Hit Row comes out with B-Fab, and then they brawl, and then that was it. That was the only time we saw Hit Row throughout the entire show. What the fuck? Like, seriously, like, Hit Row is one of the best things you got, and they get barely any TV time here. Maybe that's why I didn't like the show. Like, all my favorite talents, Frankie Monet, Hit Row, aren't even getting featured all that much. Instead, we're getting freaking Odyssey Jones taking on two dudes. Like, what the... Just two random ass dudes. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck? Who are these people? Okay, Odyssey Jones basically Rybacks him in like 5 minutes. There wasn't a lot of wrestling on this show, in case you didn't realize. There was a lot of, I'm telling you, it was raw. Just a lot of squash matches. Probably too many squash matches. Jesus Christ. If everybody's doing squash matches, it's not that important. Andre Chase comes out afterwards to get in his face because they're setting up a feud, and we'll see where that goes. But yeah, Odyssey Jones beats him with the 7-4-7 splash on both guys. And then we get my favorite segment. JC Jane, Gigi Dolan, Mandy Rose, Toxic Attraction. That was great. Apparently, Index is coming back next week. And as I said before, again, my personal opinion, as I said before, I didn't like the fact that this show had 5 minutes of women's wrestling out of 2 hours. But I noticed next week they're going to be doing Frankie Monet versus Raquel Gonzalez. They're going to be doing a no DQ match between B-Fab and Elektra. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, God. Hopefully that's okay. And then Io Shirai and Zoe Stark, who were also, like, only given 2 minutes on the show, will be taking on Toxic Attraction. So, although we didn't get a lot of women's wrestling this week, we should be getting them next week. Hopefully. Hopefully those matches go above at least 10 minutes. So, my biggest complaint about this show might be fixed next week. Although, on a regular basis, NXT was really good at featuring women. A good 40-50% of the show. But they might fix that next week. I do hope that we get a new women's champ. Like, Frankie Monet should be the NXT women's champ. She should. Although, I'm starting to think Mandy might win that belt. Based off of how strongly she was featured here. So, we'll see. Let me be sure I covered everything. Was that everything? I think that was everything. Yep, that was everything. Y'all have fun with this. I think, after watching the first 2 episodes, I think I'm good. This is not for me. This show's not for me. I don't like what direction they're taking this in. I'll be sure to keep up with it. If anything crazy happens, I don't mind doing a topic video about it. If a great match happens, sure. But in terms of a weekly review, nah. I gave it 2 weeks. I'm good. I'm good. So, y'all have fun watching the show. Y'all enjoy yourselves on Twitter. Almost forgot about something. Another new face. Apparently, there's a talk show happening next week. with what the hell is her name? Another new face. I don't fucking know. Let me see. It was another Lash Legend. Is that her name? Lash Legend. What the fuck is? Hold on. Wait. Okay. Who the fuck is Lash Legend? Is that her name for real? Lash Legend? Yeah, Lash Legend. Okay, Lash Legend is gonna be doing a talk show next week. We'll see. It looks like it's gonna be a very female-heavy show, which, you know, might be a little nice to see. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be reviewing it unless it's like really good. But yeah, this was not a good show tonight. I thought this was, well, last week's at least had the appeal of it being fresh and new, and then Tommaso Ciampa winning the belt, and that was cool. This week, yeah, not a lot, except for Toxic Attraction and Roderick Strong becoming Cruiserweight champ, and he's gonna be fighting some guy named, what the fuck is it? Like, I don't even remember their names. I'm not gonna go back and look it up. Y'all have fun with that. Y'all have fun with this show. This isn't for me. So, give me your thoughts. How y'all feel about it? How y'all feel about the show? Where is Walter? Fuck if I know. Do I think Walter's gonna be in the main roster soon? I hope not. I hope not.
I send you another CZW video, this time a reaction to a reaction video.
Okay, that's fine. I'll be reacting to your stuff once a month, dude. So next month, Joshua Perez wants me to react to CZW shit. Great. Lash Legend's real name is Ariel Howard. Ariel Howard. Okay. That's a nice name. Why didn't we just call her Ariel Howard? Lash Legend. Okay. Oh, apparently a lot of people didn't like this episode. Wow. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Yeah, like, they make you want to sing, huh? Toxic Attraction, man. Joshua says WWE is a toxic attraction. Rachel S says hello. Hello, Rachel. Good to have you here. Let's see. Ren Amamiya says he wants to be called Joker. Well, change your YouTube name to Joker then. God damn it. I wonder what my code name would be if I had a code name. King of Hecko Mundo says NXT was a huge Cleveland steamer of a show. It was pretty bad, actually. Tax Offender said they had five squash matches in a row. Jesus Christ. NXT Color Rush is more like it. Ouch. NXT Splat. I remember that show. Who here remembers Splat from Nickelodeon? That was a good show. That was back in the day. Y'all really bringing it back. TGA Gaming. Joe Gacy? CCW Joe Gacy? I guess. I don't know who Joe Gacy is. Y'all tell me. Is he good? KB Round says, can't wait for the Rugrats to appear on NXT next week. Jesus Christ. They coming. They might be going for the title. If they ruin Priscilla Kelly, I swear. I think she's in good hands. It's going to be hard to ruin a good talent like her. And they put her in a good stable that I think works. Toxic Attraction? Goddamn. Tavon Jameson says, Toxic Attraction is easily the future of NXT's women's tag team division and maybe even WWE's women's division. Yeah, that just seems to be right. Michael Walker says Breakker does not need to be nowhere near the title picture yet. Well, unfortunately, that's where he is. He's a main eventer already. They kind of just made him the next opponent for Tommaso Ciampa, and I'm just like, y'all, it's way too soon for him to get any belt, but whatever. It's NXT, so it doesn't matter. Pablo Luna says they're going to put the title on Breakker. You just wait. Oh, absolutely. He's winning that title. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Yeah, I don't know if this show... I don't know if this show is really something I could really get behind all that much. It's very weird. Ant-Man Nation. The colors just threw me off this week. Oh, the rainbow colors just kind of threw you off in terms of what the arena looked like. Tony Lopez, can't say Vince is racist. WWE has a lot of beautiful, strong brothers and sisters representing. Is it because they're not racist, or is it because they have to fill a quota so they don't come off as racist? Something to think about. I don't think they're racist. I'm just saying, trying to start a conversation. Rick Steiner actually has potential. Absolutely. I do think he has potential to be someone big. It's just, I think it's a case of them trying to push him too soon. You know what I mean? So, give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on NXT. I personally don't see a reason to continue reviewing this show. I think especially after next week, it's going to start losing interest. I think this is just a new flavor type of thing. But after, like, when Frankie Monet wins the belt next week, I think we're going to be not watching as much. But yeah, y'all just kind of give me your thoughts. Feel free to comment down below if you agree or disagree. As always, thank you for making me a part of your day. Subscribe, like the video, all that jazz. This is Just Alyx signing off right here in Alex's World. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.